back to all of our Polo Line TV viewers and all of our spectators here at the Gantut Racing and Polo Club. We've moved to the Sultan bin Zayed field for the second of our two matches here this afternoon, and this one to be contested between Abu Dhabi and Lamar. There he is. So let's have a look at the runners and riders. Abu Dhabi playing in their usual purple shirts with the white trim. Faris is at number 1. Al Yabuni off a 0-goal handicap. Tommy Delfino takes the 2 shirt playing off 5. Bautista Bello is at 3. And at the back, Senor Ugo Barabucci. Team totaling 12 goals. So too are their opponents. Full complement of 12 for this Emirates Polo Championships. Ryan Al-Ajaji is at 1. Bautista Alberdi off 3 goals in the 2 shirt. At 3, on 3 is Santos Iriarte. And at the back, Senor Javier Guerrero playing off 6. Our 2 mounted umpires, Matthias Bavieni and Howard Smith. Next to me in the third man chair is Santi Torreguitar. It's all very friendly at the moment. That's Santos, the grey helmet there. The number 3 for the Greens. Our umpire, Matthias Bavieni, just having a chat with the teams, laying down the law. No scratching, no biting, no pulling of hair. So they're going to switch over. We've got the green team, Lamar, heading down towards the scoreboard end. Magnificent scoreboard here on the Sultan bin Zayed field. And Abu Dhabi, in their purple shirts, will be heading up towards Dubai. It does look like the Santa Barbara scoreboard. Very Americano. Well spotted, Seba. Ugo Barabucci, showing all of his experience from the word go. Breaking away with the ball here is Ugo, and finding a nice pass out towards Faris. Ryan Al-Ajaji seems to have gone into a little spin, but he's okay. He's got the pony moving now as Faris on the far side of the field is looking for the under the next shot. Little bit lazy there. He's left the ball behind. It's been centred by Delfino and picked up now by Lamar in defence. Nice little bit of skill around the corner. And Guerrero in possession of the ball here for Lamar. Right is the call, and he's gone long and pretty straight, in fact. And that's given Bautista an opportunity here on the chestnut to get there ahead of Santos. Open backhander coming in with plenty of angle. Good backhand pass there from Bauti. Tommy, little show and go. Tries to go past his man. But that's nice play from Alberdi. Oh, look at this. Number 4 breaking away. It's Chulo. Chulo into space. Bautista is back in defence here. Oh, Chulo deciding to try and, I thought about the near side. In the end, he's come back to the offside. Tries to go with the show and go past Balti Visual, and it hasn't worked for him. Backhander comes in from Balti. Barabucci. Javier has it. Chulo. Goes past his man. Gets hooked out of it by Delfino. It's still in a dangerous area. Looks like Santos may well have it. And Balti Visual, wrong place, wrong time, will have to clear the greens. Oh, it's a snapshot towards goal, and they've got it. Not quite sure who it was. Was it Santos? No, it might well have been... I think it might have been Balti Alberti, no? Either way, they've got the ball across the line, and they have drawn first blood. It's Lamar who go a 1-0. Balti. Good play there by Bejo. Brings it back around the corner. Santos is called out of it, and that's allowed a little bit of space here for Bautista. Opens up, punches that one long and down into a dangerous area. Good work. Barabucci trying to get on the end of that. And a nice backhander will turn them around and set the greens on the march. Didn't quite get across in time, did he? And that allowed the Abu Dhabi player just to get control of that. That was Delfino, backed up by Bejo. Bejo with the controlled half swing down towards goal. Oh, unlucky. It's hit the last line of defence and it's stopped short. Goalpost goes down. Bejo is back in control. There's a mad scrap right in front of the goal, and it's Balti Bejo just trying to sneak this one around the post. And the umpires have a nightmare to deal with. Whistle's gone. 4:16 on the clock. It's going to be a knock-in. Santos bringing the ball back into play here for Lamar. Playing in the 3 shirt here, Iriarty. Chulo breaks hard right, and he wants the pass, and there is the pass out towards Guerrero, who smashes it downfield. Barabucci is well positioned. He's going to just, well, I thought he was going to play the tail backhander, but he's just waited for that ball to come past him, and he snuck it around the corner. Good control here from the wise old man at the back for Abu Dhabi. Barabucci across the field. Can he set up an attack? Just cane that one out to the right-hand side, but he's still in possession here. Ugo. Lovely, lazy under the neck shot pass, and it's an absolute ripper of a pass. And here comes Delfino flying through here for Abu Dhabi. He's gone very wide there, and he's hacked it and caned it out and left the ball behind. What a chance that was. Good play from Barabucci, comes to nothing. Here comes Javier Guerrero. Told to use it, and he does, but he went long towards Ryan. It was a risky pass, wasn't it? And Delfino is going to jump all over this. Delfino up over the 60, sets himself, fires it down towards goal, and he's put too much on it, and it's wide to the right. What a chance for Abu Dhabi to equalise. The whistle goes. We've got 3:05 on the clock, and it'll be the first chance for the players to come off and have a half chucker change here. Here's the replay. It was Javier Guerrero who went long across the field towards his number 1, Ryan Alajaji. It came up a bit short, and you thought once Delfino had got that under control, he was going to equalise for Abu Dhabi, but his shot went wide to the right, and the chance has gone. Instagram at Pololine OK, Facebook at Pololine Int, and YouTube at Pololine TV. If you're listening, if you're out there, we'd love to hear from you. So Lamar will get the knock in. 1 goal to the good. We've got a message coming in from Miguel Angel Perez saying, Vamos Argentina. And a message from Nilda saying, Buenos dias. Nice to hear from you. Keep those messages flooding in. If you're tuned in on Polo Line TV, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear where you're watching the action from. Fully global, Polo Line TV coming to your living room. Stolen by Delfino. And Lamar were caught napping there. It was Santos Iriarte with a little mistake. And Tommy Delfino says, thank you very much. And he's going to spin the corner and tap that one across the line. And in the process, equalising for Abu Dhabi. It's 1-1 here in the first. Well, it was a bit of a gift, wasn't it, as we look at the replay? A bit of a gift. Ball's in play. Alberti coming away with the ball here. Good skills from the number 2 for Lamar. Weaving out to the left and then back to the right. Barabucci will come back in defence, and he's done well. Ball is left here. Oh, and Ryan Al-Ajaji comes in on the head-to-head and picks up that backhander that wasn't the best. He fires it down towards goal. Ryan with a chance. This is close. Right up in front of goal. And the desperate defence coming in there. It looked like Delfino was on the near side. Whistle goes right in front of the posts after some good work from Ryan Al-Ajaji. And that's the one, as he came in to try and flick that on the near side. Got too close to it on the right of way. And Guerrero licking his lips as he walks in on the grey, and just a little half swing will do it. Taps it across the line. Lamar back into an advantage here. 2-1. We're back in play. Faris gets a little cane on it at the front of the pack. But Chulo coming around the corner here on the grey. Lovely contact on the ball. Look what a pass that is. He's fired it down into a dangerous area. Bejo back in defence here, will go near side. Finds a nice angle. Getting around the corner there brilliantly was Ugo Barabucci. And Ugo now with a chance to launch the counter-attack. Swing and a miss there from Ugo. Faris is well positioned. So too is Belti Bejo. Bejo calls off a couple of players and then pumps it long. Back down into the path here of Ugo Barabucci, but he's been well marked by Santos. And Santos takes Ugo out and leaves the ball here for Guerrero. Good little turn on the grey that looks tidy. And he's back in control here. And he does hit it hard, doesn't he? From a standstill. Finds another ripper of a pass up over the halfway line. And it's straight into the advancing Ryan Al-Ajaji. Ryan looking for the under the neck shot. Doesn't quite get what he's looking for there. And Bauti will pick the ball up just after the first hooter goes in this first chukka. Bejo backed up here by Barabucci. Barabucci brings it back in field and then finds a long one down towards Faris. Faris will switch over and get this onto the offside surely. Well, he doesn't. He goes near side and picks up a beauty. It's Faris looking for an approach shot here deep inside the dying embers of this first chukka. It's Faris Al-Yabouni up in front of goal. Oh, he's been hooked. He's been hooked. It was a last line of defence, a desperate hook coming in, a brilliant hook. And the ball has trickled wide of the goalpost. What a great break that was. Lovely pass from Barabucci up to Faris Al-Yabouni. Two players who know each other so well. And in the end, the defence from Lamar was brilliant. A hook and the ball trickles wide. And at the end of the first here, Lamar with the advantage. It's 2-1. back live and direct from the Sultan bin Zayed field here at the Gantut Racing and Polo Club. Match day 2, game number 3. As we look at that final passage of play there. And there's the hook. It was Guerrero that came back, and he had to deal with Faris because Faris Al-Yabuni is pretty clinical in front of goal. He was well positioned. He'd worked the space and the position beautifully well. He was ready to pull the trigger. And in the end, it was a well-timed hook. And a good decision there from Chulo. And Lamar retaining their 1-goal advantage in the process. So start of the second. Two good teams here, both playing well. They're playing nice polo. And we are looking forward to the next 3 chukkers as Santos Iriarte circles around here on the grey pony. Chulo breaks out to the right and wants it over by the boards, and he will be the recipient of that pass from Santos Iriarte. Big ride-off coming in there from Barrebucci. Bautivejo is there. Bautista. Under pressure from Bautista. Alberti against Bejo. In fact, it's Chulo there working hard on the ball, trying to steal that one off Bautivejo, but he's done well there, and he's found it infield. Oh, look at the pickup here. Hugo down towards goal. Oh, I tell you what, it was very close, wasn't it? He worked it so well, but he's wide to the right. Score stays 2-1 in favour of Lamar. Santos takes the tap. Right is the call again, and this time Guerrero's gone hard right. Iriarte not quite getting the contact on the ball that he wanted, and the ball's been stolen away here. Good play. Whoa. Delfino. Back around the corner and around the houses. Takes the contact there with Alberti. Santos sees a little glimmer of the ball and decides to come flying through, trying to steal, but he's tagged and taken out of it here by Tommy Delfino. Barrebucci goes down for the pass. Bejo sets himself, didn't quite get the contact. He's left that one a little bit short. On the meet here is Guerrero, who turns and comes up head to head, and he's dealt with that very nicely, and he's found a long pass down towards Alberti. Alberti tucks in behind the pony of Delfino. Switching to the near side there was Bautivejo. He wanted the foul, but there's nothing there, and going near side will be. In fact, he switched to the offside. Nicely done by Barrebucci once again. Out towards Bejo. Far side. Oh, nicely played. Brought it back in field, took the hook there on Guerrero, and then pumps it long. He saw Delfino on the march, and Delfino is in on goal here. They're back in defence on a fast pony. It's Delfino trying to flick this one back towards goal. He's kept it alive. Faris is there. He's had a nibble back towards goal, and Guerrero has it. Faris, backhander. Guerrero thought he was fouled, but play will continue. Chulo with some time. Bejo comes across. Chulo decides to go under his pony's neck, and it's a good measured pass out towards Alberti. Nicely done there by Delfino. Fakes the backhander, keeps possession of the ball on the bay. Alberti is tracking him, the 2 number 2s, a little show and go there. Nicely worked here by Tommy Delfino, the 5-goal player here for Abu Dhabi, and he opens up and pumps that one long down towards Hugo Barrebucci. Look at the ride-off coming in, controlled under the neck shot, really nicely done by Hugo, and he's put it into a very dangerous area. The cat's amongst the pigeons. Back in defence here is Santos. Iriarte on the grey, and they've all got the sticks raised. Who's that one come off? Whistle goes, clock stops, 4:26 on the clock here, and I think Abu Dhabi think it's a corner. Just having a look at the replay. Was it stick? Was it horse? Just double checking this on the screen, on the replay. And the call is that the ball's been kicked out of play by Faris's horse. That's what we've seen on the replay here. It's going to be a knock-in. So a let-off for Lamar, still holding on to that 1-goal advantage. They're 2-1 ahead here. Santos bringing the ball back into play and then finding a little measured under the neck shot pass out towards Javier Guerrero. Chulo. Well, he's tried to go long and hard and return the ball into the path of Santos, but in doing so, he has clipped Bautibejo, and the whistle has gone. The umpires didn't like it. Are they going to go from the spot? They're going to move this one forward. Just having a chat now. Certainly a full-blooded drive. It's going to be a 30. Penalty 2. And a yellow to Javier Guerrero. So our first yellow of the day, and a chance here for Bautibejo to circle round and equalise here for Abu Dhabi. It's good. He's got the score. And he has equalled the match. All the twos on the scoreboard here. 2-2 in the second between Abu Dhabi and Lamar. So there's the whistle, which signifies the halfway point here in this second chukker. 3:41 on the clock, and a chance for the players to nip off and change their ponies. Gives me an opportunity to give you an update on the previous scores. Game 1 was yesterday, where we saw a slightly scrappy and certainly very well contested match between Gantoot and Al Barsha. Gantoot running out the winners 5.5 goals to 5 over Al Barsha yesterday. And then today, in our first match here this afternoon, a convincing victory by AM Polo saw them beat Bindrai 8 goals to 5. So it looks like we've got 8 players, 2 umpires and a ball. And that's good enough. Ball's in play. Drops for Santos. Stick raised, but he put the ball there. The umpire clearly explaining that he put the ball into that horse, which kicked it forward, and possession went back to Abu Dhabi. Good ride-off coming in there from Chulo. Santos came in to challenge Bautibejo. Bejo spinning the corner and getting possession. Hacking that one under his pony's neck down into a dangerous area was Bautibejo. And the ride-off here from Tommy Delfino is absolutely brilliant. Delfino with a little flick back towards Barabucci. Good backhander from Chulo. First to surface will be Faris. Faris on the near side. Didn't quite get the shot of his dreams, and it's been picked up by Santos Iriarte. Santos. Alajaji goes long. Ryan screaming downfield. But Santos will retain possession himself. He's gone out to the left-hand side a little bit. Bautibejo comes in for a nibble on the near side. It's still Santos. Santos down inside the 60. Iriarte up in front of goal. Wants the whistle, and the whistle is gone. Well, it was the attack at the top end, which just came up a little bit short. The backhander was from Guerrero, right in front of his own posts, and he released Santos, and Santos did well. He worked the ball downfield, was positive, and in the end he was fouled. It's going to be a close range penalty here, and a chance for Lamar to wrestle back the lead here in the form of Guerrero from 30. Smashes it, absolutely smashes it straight through the middle. He certainly hits the ball pretty hard, and that one stayed hit, and it brings up number 3 for Lamar as the clock ticks down inside the last 2.5 minutes here in the second. It's Lamar 3, Abu Dhabi 2. We're back in play. Faris had a little waft at that. It went backwards, but Hugo was there. Bejo beaten to the ball there by Alberdi. Bauti Alberdi. Chulo's gone long, wants the pass, but Alberdi had to put the brakes on. He's got some support here now in the form of Santos. Little pirouette spin turn from Iriarte, trying to get away here from Bauti Bejo, who's working hard there on the near side. Gets the ride off in, but in doing so, there's a whistle. Howard Smith couldn't have been better positioned. He was about 3 or 4 yards behind him, looking straight down the line, and he's just explaining to Bauti Bejo what he saw and why he blew the whistle. So penalty 4. As Chulo tees the ball up on this busy-looking bay pony. And this penalty 4 gives him a chance for number 4 on the scoreboard. Here comes Javier Guerrero. Into the wind, good contact, looks straight, is straight, lovely hit. And another superb bit of ball striking from the 6-goal player for Lamar, and they open up a bit of daylight now between themselves and Abu Dhabi. It's 4-2. Possession up for grabs. Who's got it? It's that man again. Is he going to go back-to-back? Penalty at the top end, and he's on the run here, and this bay is getting away from everyone. He's gone beyond the last line. Guerrero needs a little flick. Oh, Pony's got involved, and the ball's come flying back. It's right in front of the goal, and Alberdi calls off Iriarte, and Alberdi, oh, he's missed it. Can you believe it? He's hit it straight at the guy on the goal line. He had both sides of that guy to aim for, and he's hit it straight at the horse, and it's been stopped, and the counter-attack is on the far side. That one has been looped across the boards and out of play, and wow, what a chance that was for Lamar. Just enough time to get the ball back in play? No. There was not enough time to get the ball in play. That will be half-time, and, well, extraordinary end to that. Santos could have finished the goal. He left it for Alberdi, and somehow they didn't get the ball across the line. Will that come back to bite them? We will see in the second half of this match. But at half-time in this fascinating game, it's Lamar 4, Abu Dhabi 2. Welcome back to our Polo Line TV viewers. Welcome back to camera number 1 here on the Sultan bin Zayed field. Here's the replay of that extraordinary bit of play. And, well, how Lamar didn't score is beyond me. Here's the chucker by chucker. Lamar 2-1 at the end of the first, and doubling that by the end of the second. 4 goals to 2 in favour of the green shirts of Lamar. So we've got a restart on the far side of the field. There wasn't enough time to get that ball in play. The ball had been dropped there at the feet of Javier Guerrero, but he ran out of time. The hooter went during that 8-second countdown from the umpire, so we're going to have a restart right in front of the clubhouse there on the far side of the field. Howard Smith, having changed his pony, he's going to pick the ball up and re-drop it. Of course, you can't tee the ball up in that position. Has to be hit as it lies. Looks like we're all set. 4-2. The Greens looking for number 5 here as Guerrero circles around on another nice-looking pony. And he looks sharp today, doesn't he? What's he got from here? Didn't quite get the contact he wanted, but it's down into a dangerous area. Valdivejo is there. Oh, and he's had the ball stolen away by Santos, who's gone for the near side play. This is close. Barabucci, right place, right time. Had to avoid his own teammate there. That was Valdivejo that got in his way. And Hugo coming in and using all of his wisdom to draw the foul there on Guerrero. Whistle's gone, and they'll be marching their way down to the 5B, and it's gone in favour of Abu Dhabi. Well, they've gone beyond the 5B, and they've gone down to the penalty 4. So the ball's been teed up. Bautista. Vejo circling around here on the chestnut. Into the wind. Good strike. Looks good. And it is good. Lovely hit. Straight out of the middle of the stick head. And as good as Guerrero's was earlier at the same end of the field. Vejo pulling one back for the purple shirts of Abu Dhabi. They trail by 1. It's 4 goals to 3. We're back in play. Ball comes ballooning up in the air. A couple of players try to just dab it aerially, and a whistle and a cry of anguish there. Barabucci in the thick of it with his stick raised, showing his experience again. Penalty 5 from the spot in favour of Abu Dhabi. Bejo has snuck the ball forward a couple of yards here, and he's teed it up right on the halfway line. Looks like it's sitting up beautifully, which would suggest he's going to go hard and long and put it down into a dangerous position. Tommy Delfino hustling for position. It's low, not the perfect contact. Oh, look at this. Hugo coming through, finds himself in the right place. And a whistle as Guerrero came across to put the squeeze on Barabucci. Delfino was tucked in behind. The umpires didn't like it. And it could be the golden opportunity here to tie the match here for Abu Dhabi. Let's see what the umpires decide. And indeed, it's going to be a penalty too from the spot inside the 30. And Bauti circling around here, looking to tie the match. Bejo crunches it through. Flag is raised, goal is good, and we're tied here in the third. It's 4-4. Well, Lamar had that chance to go 5-2, didn't they? And they've lost possession of the ball here, and it's all Abu Dhabi at the moment. Delfino over the top of the near side play, backed up there by Bauti Bejo. He couldn't quite get the contact he was looking for. Oh, and they were all a little bit slow there, the Greens, and Delfino says, thanks very much. You snooze, you lose. And he's in on goal. Santos, well positioned there. Iriarty back in defence, comes up with a nice tail backhander on his far here as Bauti Bejo. Bejo putting the brakes on. That one's cannoned off a pony and fallen very nicely for Chulo. Chulo getting away from Faris. And a whistle. Bit of screaming. Is this a foul or was this a technical? Remains to be seen. We've got 5:27 on the clock. As Delfino came in and jumped all over that hesitation, stole the ball away. But Iriarty back in defence, stopped the attack. The ball fell very nicely there for Chulo. Umpires are having a good chat about this one. So it looks like we might have offsetting fouls here. There may have been a foul. There may have been a bit of back chat, a bit of verbal to the umpires. And as a result, they're going to roll the ball in. So it'll be Howard Smith from the centre of the field. Barbieri just explaining to Javier Guerrero, the captain of the Lamar team, exactly what the umpires have decided and why. And he is, of course, as the captain, entitled to ask. Ball's in play. Delfino was there. Good stick work from Delfino, but he's been tagged and hooked out of it by Santos. Possession back now with Lamar in the form of Alberdi. Chulo. Good pass, lovely pass, straight into the path of Bauti Alberdi. And Alberdi's gone long and hard and a nice stinging, raking pass downfield. But Barabucci gets there ahead of Santos. Santos around the outside, tries to flick that on the near side. Barabucci gets the backhander. Cry of anguish there from Delfino. Comes in with a crunching ride-off, a counter ride-off there on Chulo. Chulo still going, windmilling his way down the field. Backhander from Alberdi is into the traffic, and it's fallen very nicely here for Lamar. It's Chulo up in front of goal. Chulo with a couple of little taps behind the pony of the defending player, and he gets the job done. Lamar back into the lead here, 5-4. Looks like it's going to be the half chukker change in this third chukker as the clock ticks down to 3:59. The whistle goes and the players will nip off and change their ponies again. Just waiting for Faris to get back onto the field. And also Beltivejo is up there as well. Just to let you know that our next action from this tournament, the Emirates Polo Championship 2025, will be on Wednesday at 4 p.m. local time, where we will see Bindrai taking on El Barsha. That's our next game, just the one game on Wednesday, 4 p.m. Bindrai versus El Barsha. Both teams, having been defeated in their first matches, will be looking for a win there to get their campaign going in this Emirates Polo Championships. We're back in play. Chulo. Little wristy pass attempted there, but it was well read here by Beltivejo. Bauti goes for the under the neck shot. And he somehow got that through to Ugo. Barabucci sets himself. Barabucci wanted the whistle. Big ride off with momentum coming in there from Delfino. Beautifully timed, wasn't it? He jumped all over that, saw that ball going down from his captain Barabucci towards goal and came through at pace. Great ride off, beautifully timed, and a lovely little near side to finish it off. Ties the match, 5-5. .303 on the clock in this nip-tuck match. And a whistle. Beltivejo coming through. Maybe in trouble here for hitting the ball after the whistle. There was no one in front of him. Naughty, naughty. Spot hit to the greens. Penalty 5 in favour of Lamar. Looks like we're going to wait for Ugo. In fact, it's Tommy Tommy Delfino's heading up to the pony lines. May have a bit of an issue with his tack. And the teams have agreed to wait for him. So a free change here for Tommy Delfino, who just came up with that lovely goal down at the scoreboard end to tie the game here at 5s. Tommy's back in position. He'll be the primary, and he waits for the ball carrier here. That's going to be Javier Guerrero, circling around here on the dark bay. Tap and then a whack, but he's fizzed it straight at Santos, and it's come off the rump of Santos's pony and fallen very nicely here for Valdiviso. Arriving late and appealing for the foul there was Chulo, but he's not going to get anything there, and the umpire's whistle remains silent here as Bijo brings the ball around the corner on the chestnut. Valdiviso, no one up front for him, so he's left it. It was a good leave. Barabucci, strength in numbers. Delfino comes around the houses, picks it up here on the loop. It's Delfino back in play, up over the 60 and into the 40, but he's been tagged. Chulo is back in defence this time. Good work here from Javier Guerrero. Guerrero now on the little bay pony, working hard. Switches to the near side under contact there from the Abu Dhabi defence. It's Delfino who's back in defence there, and the two big hitters taking each other out of the play. Chulo's back in, goes near side. Alberti coming through. Backhand attempted there from Barabucci. Momentarily stops the attack, but they've still got it. It's Santos. It's a bit grubby. Santos has it. Space will open up. He's going to shoot. Iriarte controlled under the neck. Oh, look at that. Well positioned and well stopped. Appealing for the foul hook, but nothing given there as Delfino comes around and tries to launch another attack here for Abu Dhabi, but he's been taken out of it by Alberti. Bit of a mad scrap here for possession. Chulo is there for a piece of the pie. So too is Alberti. He's done pretty well here, Belti Alberti. Guerrero, very scrappy. Barabucci out towards Bautista Bejo. Bejo around the corner there on the chestnut on the near side. Guerrero flicks it around the corner under his pony's neck. Delfino. Open backhander coming in from him out towards Barabucci. And someone's been bounced out of the saddle there. Looks like that's Guerrero who's on the deck. Pony looks okay. Chulo just getting up now. He looks okay as well, which is the good news. He's having a discussion there with Faris. Just 58 seconds remaining on the clock here in the third. As we go to the replay just to see. But it looks like both pony and rider are okay, which is the most important thing. Javier Guerrero is remounting the dark bay. He's looking a little bit fidgety, but looks okay. Less than a minute remaining. In fact, just 28 seconds until the first bell here in the third. Got some messages coming in from some of our Polo Line TV viewers. Suleiman says hello. Hi Suleiman, how you doing? Gabriel Gracida, amigos, Polo from El Paso, Texas. Great to hear from you, and very nice to hear where you're watching the action from. We've also got Abu Bakr Farouk from Kaduna, wonderful Kaduna in Nigeria. I had the pleasure of going there as Santos nips in there, and well, he got sucked into that foul, didn't he? Whistle's gone. Howard Smith in the perfect position yet again, and they've got to go to the 40 from there. And golden opportunity, bit of a gift for Abu Dhabi here from the penalty spot in the dying embers of this third chukker. Great to hear from our friends in Kaduna in Nigeria. Wonderful place, very exciting polo out in Nigeria. Nigeria, one of the very few countries in the world, Santi, that has 3 polo clubs that have been playing polo for more than 100 years consecutively. Did you know that? You do now. Here comes Bouty. Good contact, very confident, and he smashed it through, and he has taken that gift-wrapped present that was donated to him at the end of the third. The hooter goes, and Abu Dhabi say thank you very much. They'll come in for the final change, and they are ahead here over Lamar, 6-5. Welcome back to our Polo Line TV viewers from Texas in the USA and Kaduna in Nigeria, amongst many others. Great to hear from you as Bouty Visual escapes with the ball here on this chestnut, and he's gone past a couple of players. Guerrero, near side backhander, had to make contact and did. Good defence. Barabuchi showing his experience again, right place, right time. Bouty Visual. Guerrero wanted the foul, but, well, difficult to see from here. Might well have been offline. Bouty Visual trying to hack that one out of the air. And Chulo, nice turn here on the bay. Finds a little bit of space on the far side of the field. He's gone across to the boards. Puts the brakes on. He'll set the play up here for Lamar, who are trailing by a goal here early doors in the fourth. 6-5 in favour of Abu Dhabi, with that late penalty in the third. Good ride off. And a half steal there from Delfino, but he's got support here from Ugo. Oh, Barabucci once again showing his class, picking up the bouncing ball and firing it down into a dangerous area. He's had a good game, Ugo, but only as far as his opposite number 4. Here comes Javier Guerrero, putting the brakes on, glancing over his shoulder, bringing it back in field and escaping the attentions of Bautista Vejo. Still Guerrero, weaving his way through the traffic. He's got some support. That was Santos. Santos couldn't get bat on ball, but Guerrero has it back and he opens up and crunches it long, and it's a horse race here. Faris on the bay. The bay's done really well, got Faris into a good position, and his backhander is helped on its way there by Barabucci. Santos, tail is the call. Delfino has the inside track, gets the ride off in air on Chulo, and then finds a near side open backhander of his own, and it's a good one. It's right into the path here. Oh, Bauti. And Bauti Vejo gets crunched by Santos, and the umpire's whistle is gone. The umpires just getting their heads together and having a chat here. Not quite sure what the Greens are complaining about, to be honest. So the umpire's just having a chat with the third man as to who was back in defence, so they can drop the ball in the right spot here. It is a penalty. It is in favour of Abu Dhabi, and it is going to be a 60-yard penalty for. So, Bautista Vejo, he's been striking the ball very cleanly, especially from the dead ball. Scored a 40 and a 60 at the top end of the field, and he's looking to add another 60 to that collection and open up a 2-goal advantage here, looking for 7-5. It looks good to me. Is it straight? It is straight. It's a lovely penalty. Unstoppable. It was smooth and the contact was perfect, and it is 7-5 to Abu Dhabi. And Lamar, who have been so good all match, have got to find a couple of goals at least to get back on terms here and put the pressure back on. There's still time. We've got 5:17 on the clock, but Lamar have to score next. Big ride-off. And a well-timed one here from Javier Guerrero. Got the better and the measure of the treasure of Tommy Delfino on this occasion. Delfino will come in and pick up that deflected ball. Takes it in his stride. Guerrero comes across, tries to put the squeeze there on the Abu Dhabi number 2. The 5-goal player here, Delfino, doing a full spin and then launching this one downfield. Didn't quite get the contact he was looking for. Bejo comes in with a big ride-off. Delfino, back in play. Barabucci clears the way and lets him through, and this is a golden opportunity here for Faris. Can Faris seal the deal here for Abu Dhabi? He can, you know. He can. Suddenly it opened up. Barabucci thought about coming across. He saw Delfino coming through at pace, left his number 2 to come through, get the pass up to Faris, and Faris got the job done. And all of a sudden, Abu Dhabi, as the clock ticks down to the halfway point in the 4th and final chukka, find themselves 3 goals ahead. It's 8-5. Gives me a chance as we look at a replay here of Faris's goal. There's Barabucci pulling out of the play. Delfino got the pass, and the pass was right on the money. And a couple of shots from Faris Al-Yabuni, who's always clinical in front of goal, good composure. And once again, he's got the job done for his team. And they open up a 3-goal advantage here. And Lamar now with a mountain to climb. Update on the scores. Match day 1, we saw Gantout beat El Barsha 5.5 to 5. Game 2, which was our first game here this afternoon, AM beat Bindrai 8 goals to 5. And here we are in our third game, and we have the same scoreline here. Still 3 minutes and 53 seconds remaining, but currently Abu Dhabi 8, Lamar 5. We're back to the far side of the field. Our umpire Howard Smith gets the ball in play. And here's Tommy Delfino. Whoa. Delfino in control of the play, turning. And he got clobbered there by Guerrero. So penalty 5. Ball teed up here by Bautista Visual. And he's been hitting the ball very cleanly from the penalties. Can he launch this one down into a dangerous area and get another attack going for Abu Dhabi? Got plenty on that. Looks pretty good. And Faris is in here. Faris up in front of goal. He's got it, you know. Faris Al-Yabuni, back-to-back goals for him, to the delight of the Abu Dhabi fans in the top end of the field. They love a couple of goals from the boss, and it was a beautiful pass, in fairness, from Bautista Visual. So the ball has been placed down in the centre of the field. And unfortunately, Javier Guerrero is going to be 2 minutes off the pitch for a second yellow. Here comes Bauti Visual. Cranks that one, and that looks good. It's straight. Could be going all the way, this. It's going right up in front of goal. Delfino is there, and Ryan Al-Ajaji doesn't even need to touch the ball. He just watches it trickle over the line, and that brings up double figures for Abu Dhabi, who have bossed it here in the fourth chukka, having been 5-5. They scored that goal to go 6-5 at the end of the third, that penalty at the top end of the field, and since then it's been a sea of purple. It's 10-5 here in favour of Abu Dhabi. Faris is really up for it now, isn't he? And he's got the ball away from Santos. Alberti back in defence. Puts the brakes on, spins around the corner, goes out to the left and then back to the right, and retains possession here for Lamar, who are a man down. Iriarty picks it up. 1:57 on the clock here in the Greens. Well, it's all about damage limitation, potentially trying to get the ball up towards Ryan and give him a couple of runs. Santos cuts it up towards the halfway line. Valdivieso coming back in defence. Iriarty still going. Little flick out to the left-hand side. Santos now. Hook coming in there from Valdivieso. Alberti is there. Ball stolen by Tommy Delfino. Abri is the call, and that one's come off the pony of Bauti Alberti. It's going to be a ball dropped here for Abu Dhabi. 3, 2, 1, and Guerrero is back in play. So Lamar back to a full complement of players, and he's in the perfect position there to go head-to-head. Ball just jumping over the top of the stick there of Javier Guerrero, but he's got Santos Iriarty mopping things up here, and he's gone beyond Tommy Delfino. Santos now on the power play here for the green shirts of Lamar, desperately trying to get a couple of goals back here before the end of this match, and it's Santos. Oh, a miscontrol from him, but a nice turn from the pony, and he's back in play. Iriarty, 35, 34, 33, Santos up inside the 40, still weaving his way through the traffic, but he's going to run out of time here, folks, as the under the neck shot comes in. The hooter had already sounded, and in the end, Abu Dhabi, with a convincing second half to this match, have defeated Lamar by a slightly flattering scoreline of 10-5. Let's have a look at the chukka by chukka scores. It was pretty close, wasn't it? Abu Dhabi trailing at the end of the first. Lamar had a 2-1 lead. Lamar at half-time were 2 goals up. They were 4-2, and then they conceded that penalty right at the end of the third chukka, and things seemed to go horribly wrong from there. That's when Abu Dhabi came in at the end of the third with that 1-goal advantage. It was 6-5, and then not the fourth chukka that Lamar were dreaming of. It all started to unravel, and in the end, Abu Dhabi with a convincing victory. Let's have a look at the best goals. Here comes Guerrero working his way through the traffic. This was nicely worked behind the pony of Bautista Bejo. He couldn't get the challenge in, and at this point Lamar were firing on all cylinders. And here's the drone shot of that. Nicely worked. This was good play, wasn't it? Hugo and Delfino reading that beautifully, coming through at pace with momentum. Good ride off, good finish on the near side. And that's the one up towards Faris. couple of shots from Faris and across the line. And in fact, Faris Al-Yabuni went back to back. Here's the aerial shot of that. That was the one where Barabucci allowed Delfino to come through. And there's Faris. In fact, didn't get an awful lot on the ball, did he? But there you go, across the line, and they all count. And this was a nice one from Faris right at the end. He'll be very pleased with that. Lovely pass from the penalty from Bautista Vijo, who thumped that one long from just inside his own half. And he put it right into the path of his number one. Field goals, 5-2 in favour of the Purples. Throw-ins, that was shaded by Abu Dhabi as well, 9-5 in their favour. Fouls, well, that tells the story, doesn't it? 5-8, and the discipline of Lamar just unravelling there in the fourth chukker that potentially has cost them this match. Penalties, very good from the spot, both teams, 5 out of 5 and 3 out of 3. There were no corners, and there were 2 yellow cards in the game, and both of them going to the same player, hence the 2-minute sin bin for Senor Guerrero. That's the end of our action here from Gantut Racing and Polo Club for today. The Emirates Polo Championships 2025 will continue, should I say, on Wednesday at 4 p.m. where we see Bin Dry taking on Al Barsha. And make sure you're tuned in for Thursday. We'll have 2 games on Thursday, followed by a paddle tennis tournament. We look